Hey there everybody and welcome back. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Justin Archer, aka the Posture Guy, your #1 source on pain, posture, and performance. And today I want to take a few minutes to discuss what is the minimum effective dose for living a pain-free life. Because one of the most common questions I get asked is, all right Justin, this posture alignment therapy stuff sounds great, but how long is it going to take? Now, they may be aware or unaware that what they're really asking me is kind of on several different levels. Probably first and foremost is, okay, how long until I see/feel positive results? And the answer to that is, yes, it's going to vary, slightly from person to person, but I would say anywhere from a few seconds to a few minutes. And a lot of people are shocked to hear that until we actually start doing the exercises, and they say, yes, I do feel better. Now, granted, seconds or minutes, you're not going to be cured, but if your hip hurts on a scale of 1 to 10 and 11, and we could drop it down to a 7, oh, believe me, those people are happy. And as I'm well assured you would be yourself. So, we can do that in seconds or minutes. Now, once the person gets to that stage, they're going, okay, this is great, but maybe they get up, they walk around a little bit, and okay, it starts to hurt. And their next question is, okay, well, how long is this going to take until it holds, it's permanent? And my answer to that is, again, it'll vary slightly from person to person, but on average what I've found is about 2 months. And the reason being is, and why it can fluctuate, is how consistent you are with doing your exercises. If you're very consistent, you're doing your exercises, 7 days a week, you're gonna, like I said, probably fall right into that probably 1.5 to 2 month mark. If you're doing a little less, it could take you more, because essentially what you're doing each day you do your exercises is you're reprogramming or retraining your central nervous system on how it should hold the length and tension and tone of your muscles, so that then they can pull your tendons, your ligaments, your bones and joints back into proper alignment, so you can function properly, move properly, be able to balance, and ultimately be pain-free. So a lot of it is really, it's partly physical, but the other part of it is mental, as far as, teaching you new habits. Unless you're in the habit of doing exercises every day, it's something new that we have to teach you, okay? Or that you have to teach your body. I guess that's a better way of saying it. And last, but certainly not least, probably the third way, that people are kind of posing this question when they ask, how long is it going to take, is how much time do I have to spend daily doing these exercises to get the results I want? And I always tell people, bare minimum, 15 to 20 minutes a day. Now, again, that's bare minimum, and that's assuming someone's coming in already in partially good shape. Maybe at 100%, they're 80% or higher. Unfortunately, most people that come to see me, they're posturally pretty out of shape, out of alignment. As I was, when I started, back when I was 20. Physically speaking, I was in very good shape, but posturally, I was a train wreck. So I actually started, for the first 3 months of doing posture alignment therapy, as a client, not a therapist, I was doing an hour and a half for the first 3 months. And I felt, great in that 3 months. I went from being able to not lift this arm but here to going fully overhead, doing handstands. I was in a knee brace, hobbling everywhere, back to running. The results were nothing short of amazing, it was like a miracle. But after I started feeling better, I wanted to go play sports and do other things. I was kind of like, man, this hour and a half of posture alignment therapy is really eating into my life. Is there any way we can start to shorten this? Well, obviously when I was hurting, I was a lot more sedentary. So now that I was starting to return to different sports and working out and everything, I can get away with doing a little less. So little by little, I took it from an hour and a half to an hour 15 to an hour to 45 minutes to 30 minutes. Years later, let's fast forward to today, and I'm doing, about 15 to 20 minutes a day, which is what I like to get everybody down to. But if we come in and you and I are working together and I give you a routine and it takes you an hour to do, what I find happens is a lot of people they'll do that hour, and I'm on Skype with them watching them do this stuff. They say, oh, I feel great. And then next week we'll meet up and they say, oh, I'm feeling okay, but not as good as last week. And come to find out that instead of an hour, they're doing 45 minutes. Maybe they're kind of cherry picking, doing some exercise but not doing others. or if something says hold for 3 minutes, they're only holding for 1 minute. Things like that. And then they're not getting the same results. And they say, well, yeah, I feel good, but it takes so long. And believe me, I'm right there with you. I've been there exactly where you are now, and I can sympathize. Yeah, it may take an hour and a half, some people 2 hours, a day at first. But if you for instance, go back to the example of the person of doing an hour, if they shorten to 45 minutes and they just get okay results, my answer to them when they say, can we do a shorter way is right now, no. Ask me that again a month from now, probably if you're consistent doing exercise, we probably can get away with doing 45 minutes or even 30 minutes or even 20 minutes. But for right now, no, we can't shorten any because you've already tried that. I gave you an hour worth of exercise, you went home, you did 45 minutes, and you found out the results weren't exactly, the same as when you did an hour. They were subpar. So, stick with what works. If you do an hour and it feels good, then go home and each day do an hour. Don't try to, get by with only 45 minutes. Because I always tell people, if you put the time and the effort in at the beginning of the process, and getting pain-free, well, getting into pain and getting out of pain is a process. It's not an event, unless you're hit by a truck, shot by a bullet, or fell down some stairs. If you put that hard work and time in and you invest it in the beginning of the process, then eventually, yeah, you can quickly go from an hour to 15, 20 minutes, like I did. So anyways, I hope that helps answer your questions about the minimum effective dose, because believe me, I value your time as well as mine, and I know you got better things to do than just do postural alignment therapy exercises all day, as fun as they may be. So I'm only going to give you the exercises that are going to give you the best results, the fastest, and not waste your time. Alright? Anyways, thanks for joining me inside this video. I can't wait to see you guys inside the next one. Until then, take care and keep moving.